Hebrews 9th chapter, 28th verse. I want every one of you to know this word. So Christ was sacrificed once to take away the sins of many people. This is the first part. Jesus came once, He died on the cross. Then what next? He will appear a second time. Not to bear sin, but to bring salvation to those who are waiting for Him. Wow. First time, He came to suffer on the cross, to give Himself as sacrifice. But second time, He is going to come to give salvation to His people. Salvation of spirit, soul and bodies. To give salvation to His people. To which people? To them, those who wait for His appearing. Those who wait for Him. I want to make this very, very clear. Jesus is coming, but He's coming for those who are waiting for Him. Don't think He's coming for everybody. No, He's coming for them, those who are waiting for Him. And now, before I close the message, I want to tell this very clearly to everybody. If Jesus comes right now, most of you will not become the part of His bride. I want to tell everyone who's watching us live, if Jesus comes right now, you may not become the part of His bride. There are a lot of men living in lust, living in sin, if not openly, but in their minds. There are a lot of women living in jealousy, all the time talking about this person, that person, one is like that, that one is like this. Jesus Christ is coming for a bride who is pure, without spots and wrinkle. And if you are not waiting for Him, then He's not going to appear to you. You will not be the part of His bride. You know, in the Pensacola revival, every time they would have an altar call, people would come into that revival and weep and give their lives to Jesus. And the volunteers would go and pray for the people. And one day, as the volunteer was praying for one person, he was shocked to see at the altar call was a very well-known faith preacher, used by God mightily all over the world. He was at the altar call, weeping and repenting. And this man looked at this preacher and said, "Brother, how come you are here?" And this man, with tears streaming down his eyes, said, "All these days I knew that faith pleases God. I was a faith preacher. But today I came to know, without holiness no man can see the Lord." Yes, there is no doubt faith pleases God. But without holiness, no man can see the Lord. And he began to weep and weep and weep. Miracles happened in his ministry. God used him mightily. Friends, just because God is using you, just because miracles are happening, doesn't mean, authenticate that you are right with God. God does miracles because He loves the people. He has compassion on people. If Jesus comes today, most of you may miss becoming His bride. Today I want to tell you, you may be coming to church, you may be used by God, you may be blessed, you may be seeing prosperity, miracles. But are you sure? If Jesus comes tonight, you'll be part of His bride. You know that very well. Is there some rebellious nature in you? Are you right with God? Only you know that. Ask God to speak to you. Ask God to show you. Fall on your face before God and say, I repent. I am sorry, Lord. I have been just fooling around, or I have taken believer's life for granted. It's serious, friends. Tell the Lord, Lord, if you come today, I am not ready. I am not ready. I repent. I repent. And start seeking God. Start seeking God. And say, Lord, I have not been waiting for you, Lord. You will appear only to them, those who wait for you. Lord, have mercy. I want to tell you openly, in every preacher's life, in every pastor's life, there comes a moment when they have to go to God and say, God, I will walk upright with you. Though I have been in the ministry, though I am serving you, Lord, but my heart is corrupt. I repent. I surrender my life to you, Lord. I will walk uprightly with you.